I was arguing with my colleagues the other day. We have a lot of stories. So I was arguing with my colleagues the other day on the topic of marriage. So the colleague is a bit older, married, but then what he was asking is that why is this generation of ours we don't want to get married? And in one way or the other is correct because when you look at the percentage of those of us who are like maybe our mothers and those who are before us, and then when you look at us, the rate of marriage is down, 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 down. So people are not really getting married as people want them. Like I think in the traditional society, maybe somebody by 25 would have already been in a family right now, or even 20. Okay, but the thing is, we're not getting married. Now, the reason it gives is because we fear responsibilities. And that could be true. In the age we are in now, imagine you having earned your salaries and then you enjoy your peace. It's just your peace. It's your time, you earn your money, you eat it as you want, you go wherever you want to go. And then somebody comes and takes the peace. Who wants the peace to be destroyed? I mean, so yeah, we could be avoiding responsibilities, but it's because we've tasted the life of independence, and honestly, it's sweet. But secondly, most of us, when growing up, um, we've witnessed those around us. Maybe those who decided to get married early, or those who got pregnant early, and their life didn't really turn out as expected. Me, for instance, in high school, there are a lot of classmates who got pregnant, and we could see how the society, alienated from them or being talked down, or just lack that respect. And some of us growing up with that mentality. The thing that you want to do first is get out there, read so that you earn that respect in the society. So I think we're also influenced a lot with the society that we grow around in. And then when you're looking at the families we grow up in, the women in our families are people who are independent. The women in our families are people who are um how do I put it, ambiguous. Like they're strong women. So these are the people you have grown up watching. I mean, why would you want to feel that when everybody around you is so going out there despite being a woman? And this is just solely on the women's side. And so we grew up looking at these people, and that is exactly how we want to be, or even better. Because if somebody already has studied, is having a money, is a leader in a certain institution, they're doing a lot of things out there. They're not only wives. So you want to be that, you want to be independent, you want to have money based on what you see. And then the families are also growing it right now. The men around us are so supportive of our dreams. Our fathers, our brothers. It's not like the traditional African society that you're just a cow. I mean, you reach a certain point and a girl's education is no longer important because you're supposed to get married. So married in one way was a way of looking at wealth in the society, wealth for your family, because when the cows are brought, who's going to enjoy them? Or you're being looked at somebody who is gone, so you're not going to be there. But the family is here and now. The men in our family are so supportive of us, and if we have fathers who are on the ground, they don't even want you to get married. They want you to get educated first and have your own life settled before you settle down in marriage. You have brothers that support your every decision. I mean, why would you want to get married that early? So, in as much as we could be evading responsibilities, it also has to be put into account the things that we've grown up watching, people, or the circumstances that surround us. Now, I'm always with the opinion that I always try to look at things both ways. There's some men who feel like women are not supposed to be educated. We're not supposed to have our own money because we get pompous or proud, in other words. And it could be true, and then we get offended or something like that, which I don't disagree with fully. But what happens if the head of the family, that is the man, dies first and leaves behind a woman who doesn't know how to get her own money? We always look at it in one way and then we forget that life happens. And then that is, we'll take it as a point to pull down women who are outgoing. You want, we want, I feel most of my friends, when we argue, the men feel like they have to take responsibilities for the families and all that. But the question is, do they actually do so? There are things that happen around us that are not being looked into. You're maybe the head of the home doesn't want you to have your own income. He feels like whatever you're earning is enough for both of you. What happens if he loses that job and you only have one source of income? What happens if the bills pile up, you're unable to pay? Something just happens. I mean, life happens. What happens if the crane meets the creator first before you? You don't know how to get your own money. You don't know how to stand up for yourself. You don't know how. You have no source of income. You have nothing. What would happen afterwards after that? So I think that whenever we're talking about something, before the meaning, why can't we weigh? Everyone has their own agenda, which is okay. But why can't we weigh? Why can't we understand why people do the things they do first before judging them?